Hi guys, today we will learn how to create a free MongoDB cluster and use the MongoDB cluster. So to create a free MongoDB cluster, we first need to go to MongoDB website, that is cloud.mongodb.com. So here you can see I am already logged in. You may use your Google account or GitHub account to log into to this site, sign up to this site, and then you will see this screen, and then in the middle of the screen you can see this option to build a database. Here there are other options as well which are not very relevant, and we click build the database. Here we see three options. First one is the serverless option, so it's based on the number of reads you do. So the number of hits you make, the number of queries you fire, so that's $0.1 per million reads. And then we have a dedicated server we can have, so that costs $0.08 per hour. And then we have the free version. So for now we'll go with the free version. So in the free version we have three options to select from as the cloud providers. There is option to select where we want our server to be, so we choose it where from the location which is closest to us. So here I can see Ireland, which is closest to me. Then there is Stockholm or Frankfurt, whichever you want. So make sure you choose the one which is closest to you so that the read time is less. And then there are other options. We can see that this cluster M0 sandbox is free forever. It has a storage of 512 MB, which is not very much, but good for starters and good for learning. And then we have $9 per month cluster, that is M2 cluster, and then M5 cluster, which has a storage of 5 GB and is $25 per month. We can select additional settings and see that there's an option to turn on the backup, and then there is a termination protection. We can also select the cluster name. Here it's showing cluster 0. We can call it first test cluster, maybe cluster. So this is our cluster now, and we click create cluster, and it gives me an option to create a username and password. So I already have two usernames here which I may have created before, so I'll remove all of those and I'll create a new user by the name admin and password as admin for now. Keep it simple, and I can create this user. Okay, so this user is created now. I can click on edit and change the password. So I'll set the same thing again. So it is updated. I can manage the user access by going to database access, network access, and advanced settings. For now, I'll just move ahead. So also it gives you an option to whitelist the IPs. So I have already whitelisted my IP here. I can remove it since this IP address which allows access from everywhere, and then I can just click on finish and close. So yeah, I have a test cluster created, which is in Ireland region of, and the type of the server is AWS. The cluster tier is M0 sandbox, which is the free tier. And then I can click on create, connect to the database, and then it gives me four options. So since I already have a MongoDB Compass ready with me to connect, you can also use MongoDB shell, or you can connect it to your local application, maybe a Node.js or a Java application, or you can connect it from VS Code. So here I'll select the option to connect using MongoDB Compass. So there are two options. It gives me option to download the MongoDB Compass. Since I already have it, I do not need it. So I'll go to I have a MongoDB Compass option, and then it gives me a connection string which I can just copy and go to MongoDB Compass and paste it. Here I have to put the password, which is admin, and then I'll click on connect. So my cluster is now connected. I can see two databases already. I have the option to create a new database. I'll call it school database, and the collection may be student. So my school database is created. It has a collection of student, and then I can add data using various options. So this is one way where I can just add some random values here. I can create a student John Doe, and have to put a comma here, okay, and then insert. So I can see the document is created and I can see it in this form. I'm not sure why the student name did not come here, but anyways it's connected. So I can see the statistics of the school database, which has a collection of student. It has total of one document, and the document size is 22 bytes. So as I keep on adding more collections, I can see more collections here. So that's how we create a free cluster using MongoDB cloud, and then this is how we connect using the MongoDB Compass.